Welcome to Storytime with Lord Poppertins. Our dad.
He's
the bus stop baby. Just say it.
All right. Welcome to Storytime with Lord Poppertins. I am Lord Poppertins, and this is Baby Karis Poppertins and Baby Haley Poppertins.
I'm bigger Poppertins.
No, bigger Poppertins and baby Poppertins.
Fair enough. Tonight we're reading Big Bad Bruce by Bill Peet, Go Dog Go by P.D. Eastman, and Oh, the Thinks You Can Think by Dr. Seuss.
Ow.
Pigs Aplenty, Pigs Galore by David McPhail.
Hit it on my head.
All right. Big Bad Bruce. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
If you're ready, say, I'm not ready.
I'm ready.
Okay. Quiet now. Forever Green Forest was a quiet, peaceful place until Bruce, a great shaggy brute of a bear, came wandering up out of a canyon one day. A bear of such size was enough to frighten anyone, and the smaller creatures who lived there kept a sharp eye on Bruce in case he might give them trouble. As long as Bruce was busy rooting around under boulders and logs, searching for a feast of beetles and grubs, there was no need to worry. But when the big fellow was feeling frisky and ready for fun, it was time to be aware of the bear. What Bruce called fun was to scare the wits out of everyone. The most fun of all for Bruce was rock tumbling. There were lots of rocks in Forever Green Forest, great jumbles of them. With a swipe of a paw, the bear sent them tumbling down the steep slopes, 3 and 4 at a time. The tumbling rocks shattered logs and flattened the bushes and brush, leaving no place for the rabbits and quail to hide. So they took off in a panic to go leaping and dodging and flying pell-mell in every direction. I don't know what that means. Pell-mell.
I don't know what the candy thing means.
Let's put this down, okay?
So what's the candy thing you said?
A candy thing?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
This
Or hearing thing.
It's okay. Let's just focus on the book, okay?
now looks very long.
Yeah, we should cut that. Once he had them all on the run, Bruce went rolling around on the ground, exploding into great roaring, snorting fits of laughter. Ha 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 ha!
Ow.
As long as the bear lived in Forever Forest, it would never be peaceful and quiet again, and for all anyone could see, he had come there to stay. Then one afternoon, Bruce made an awful mistake, a terrible blunder. He came across a huge boulder resting on a bluff and decided to give it a ride. With a mighty heave, he sent the boulder tumbling down a steep slope, flumpity-bumpity-wumpity-wump, smashing pine trees and aspens to splinters and leaving deep dents in the ground as it went.
It broke the trees. They're dead.
He done did broke the trees.
That's a witch. It looked ugly.
In one last big bounce, it landed kerplump in a berry patch, just missing an old woman and her cat by a whisker. It was Roxy, a crafty little witch who was out picking blueberries with her cat, Clinker.
Okay, I don't.
"Where in blazes did you come from?" she shrieked, giving the boulder a vicious kick. "How did you get here? Who sent you?" What?
What is her name and the cat's name?
The cat's name is Clinker, and the witch's name is Roxy.
It said she was ugly.
Just then, a raucous roar of laughter echoed through the pines, and in a twinkle, Roxy caught sight of the bear on the bluff. "So that's who!" she cried, and in a fury, she went stomping up the slope to face the bear.
What's the basket's name?
The basket's name is Basket.
Oh, basket.
"You big lummox!" she exploded. "You big bumbling brute! That rock could have squashed us to smithereens, and you think it's funny!" "Ha ha ha!" chortled Bruce. "Ho ho hee hee ha ha!" The bear had never seen anything half so funny as the frantic little woman with the wild flying hair. "Laugh while you can," warned the witch, "but just wait. I'll have the last laugh, Mr. Bear. Oh, indeed I will." Then she took off like a shot to go streaking down the slope, so fast her cat could barely keep pace. And when the witch reached her cabin at the edge of the forest, she had hatched a plot.
And you are doing it, honey.
I'll make a pie, she decided. A very special pie for old Mr. Bear. In a flicker of an eye, she made the pie crust, and in a trizzle and a trice, she whipped up a filling of blueberries and honey. Now for the trickery, she muttered, flipping through her magical cookbook to one of her favorite recipes. Then, reading the directions carefully, Roxy began to measure. 1 drop of dwindling, 2 blurps of belittling, a smidgen of minikin, a half teaspoon of twerp, a shrift of shortening, and then 1 pinch of kaput should do it. The instant the pie was baked to golden brown and ready to serve, Roxy scurried out the door with it back to the forest. Then, keeping an eye out for the bear, she kept along the shadows as slinky as a fox.
All those last
There's lots of cool words in here.
Wait, hi. Why are they running?
Well, it doesn't look like they're running, but it looks like the cat Clinker is kind of scared.
But why is the cat doing that? Like staring, like looking.
Whoever colored the pictures decided to color it that way.
But why is she like staring or something?
I don't know. Why do you think the cat is scared?
Because it's scared of going back to the bear.
That's a very, very good answer.
Yeah.
When she reached a small clearing near the spot where she had met the bear, there was no sign of him. But she could hear him snorting and snooting around in the brush somewhere up the slope. Quickly, she picked up a pine stump, jerked off her apron, and flung it over the top, then put the pie on it. The table's all set, she whispered. Now skit-scat, kitty cat. Let's get lost. And they ducked down behind a log, just a hop, skip, and a jump from the stump to wait for old Mr. Bear. I forgot to use a British accent. The table's all set, she whispered. Now skit-scat, kitty cat. Let's get lost.
What?
They didn't wait long. Pretty soon, a whiffle of breeze sent the sweet aroma of blueberries and honey drifting up to Bruce, and he followed his snuffing nose straight up the stump.
Wait.
Hold on 1 second. Snatched up the pie in his paws, and in one chomp and a slurp, it was gone. Yes, Haley Poppertins.
Two. The pie looks good, but she put some bad ingredients at the end.
She did. Okay, what's your question? Quick.
Why are they peeking, and why does she look mad?
Well, we haven't read this page yet. They're hiding behind this log so they can see when the bear comes to eat the pie. They don't want the bear to see her. See them. Ho ho! Cried Roxy, popping up from behind the log. I tricked you, Mr. Bear. Ho ho ho! Did I ever? Bruce didn't like being surprised, and he let go with an angry grrr. Grrr for yourself, Roxy shot back. You don't scare me. Just watch out you don't get pecked to bits by a quail or stomped on by a rabbit. Snurf, snorted the grumpy bear, and he wheeled around and lumbered off into the underbrush.
He's grumpy.
He looks a bit grumpy. Bruce hadn't gone very far when he began feeling drowsy. So drowsy he could hardly keep his eyes open. So he flopped down against a tree trunk to rest, and in the time it takes for one big yawn, he dropped off to sleep.
Wait. Why is he leaning against a tree?
He's bloody sleeping, of course. I just read it.
I'm trying to tell you something. Why is he laying against the tree and closing his eyes? Because he's so tired.
Because he's sleepy.
Daddy.
While the bear slept, he gradually began to grow smaller. Inch by inch and little by little, Bruce dwindled away. He kept shrinking and shriveling until he was down to the size of a possum. And still he kept shrinking. When the diminishing spell was finally finished, the bear had dwindled all the way down to the size of a chipmunk.
Hey, Daddy.
Let's hold our questions until the end, okay? Because we're reading a story. Listen, we're reading a story for our friends, and we want them to be able to hear the story. We'll ask questions at the end, okay? Okay, one question, really quick.
This bear and this bear copying what he's doing.
That's the same bear. You're not listening to the story. The bear is shrinking. He's going from being a big bear to a little bear. So let's listen to the story and not...
But then why does this one... Why is this...
They're just showing you how it happened. How he's shrinking. Okay?
Oh,
Hold your bloody questions, please.
Shrinking.
Yes, because remember the witch put a magic potion in the pie?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, listen to the story.
What?
Bruce was awakened by a sharp peck on the head, and with an angry growl that came out like a squeak, he reared up all ready to fight. But when he found himself nose to beak with a giant of a quail, Bruce backed off to gape in amazement. Then as the bewildered bear looked around, he was surprised by 3 more giant quail and a pair of huge rabbits.
Imagine Amara watched this.
I've seen this.
If Amara's watching this, hi Amara!
Hi, Amara. Hi, Amara.
The rabbits and quail had recognized Bruce, and as they closed in to attack, he quickly turned tail and went plowing headlong into a tangle of brambles. But there was no chance of outrunning the rabbits and a quail in a thicket. They were close on his heels, pecking and stomping the bear with a fury. Bruce didn't dare to try to fight back. He kept ducking and dodging his way through the brambles, frantically searching for some place to hide. A gopher hole, a flat rock to squeeze under, any place at all. At last he stumbled into a forest of cattails at the edge of a creek, and in a flying leap flung himself into the water. Kerspoosh!
That's here. Well,
And bobbed up well beyond reach of the rabbits and quails. Then, kicking and thrashing with all 4 feet, Bruce headed for the opposite bank, which was a long swim for a tiny bear. About halfway across, a sudden swirl of current sent him spinning around and around, upside down and under.
That's my backpack.
Do you need a blanket?
I want to lay on your lap
Okay.
and watch that. And
Just a moment, please. We've got to get a blanket out.
It looks exactly like you, Tom.
Bruce was about to be swept down the twisting creek and away forever when he grabbed onto a rock and managed to haul himself out of the water. Then the bruised and bedraggled bear sprawled out on his belly, choking and wheezing and snorting out bubbles until at last he was able to breathe. For a long time he lay there staring into the swirling stream, trying to figure out what would have happened to make him so small. He wondered if it might have been something he ate.
it's the pie. He ate a pie.
Don't give away the story. Suddenly he remembered the blueberry pie and the fierce little woman who had warned him, "Watch out! You don't get pecked to bits by a quail or stomped on by a rabbit."
Dad.
All at once, Bruce realized he had been tricked by a crafty old witch, shrunk by a magic spell. By this time, the sun had gone down and deep shadows had crept across the creek. A chilly breeze rippled the dark water, and the soggy, wet bear shriveled and shook from the cold and also from fright. Bruce knew that the night hunters were already out on the prowl, and now he was fair game. The jittery bear sat up on his haunches, looking about in the dark for any sign of danger. He looked everywhere but up, or he would have seen the frowsy old owl peering down from a tree limb above. The fuzzy little brown thing on the rock was a choice tidbit for the owl, and he was just about to swoop down when all of a sudden...
Hey, Dad, that looks like a monster.
To me, that looks like a tree branch. But whatever. A screechy voice split the air. "Mr. Bear! Mr. Bear!" with a terrified hoot hoot. The owl sailed off into the night, leaving the bear to face another kind of danger. In desperation, Bruce scrunched himself up into a ball, hoping the witch would mistake him for a part of the rock. But there was no chance of fooling foxy old Roxy, and holding her lantern out over the creek, she spotted the bear in a flash. "Ho, ho!" she cackled. "There you are, Mr. Bear. No bigger than a minute. Quick, quick, Clinker, go fetch him, skit, scat." Before the bear could blink an eye, the cat snatched him off the rock by the scruff of the neck and leaped lightly back to the bank. "Good cat!" cried Roxy. "Now go home. Easy does it. The little bear's had a big day. As Bruce was carried along through the dark forest, he didn't dare put up a struggle. Besides, he was too weary to lift a paw and much too scared. He was sure the crafty old witch planned to fix him for good. If she could shrink him down to a runt of a thing, she could turn him into a tadpole or into a flea or make him disappear altogether. Or she might eat him. But to the bear's surprise, the witch turned out to be a kindly old woman, and as gentle as could be, just as long as she kept her temper. Roxy loved flowers and birds and animals, especially small animals, and soon she became very fond of the tiny bear, so she decided to keep him that way.
They're
Clinker
friends.
They are friends. Clinker the cat also took a liking to the bear, and they ate out of the very same bowl and slept in the same corner together under the kitchen stove.
Okay.
Well, this is turning out very nicely, isn't it?
Yeah.
Little bears have short memories, and in a few days, Bruce forgot all about ever being a giant of a bear. For all he knew, Roxy's flower garden... Excuse me. For all he knew, Roxy's flower garden was a beautiful leafy green forest with plenty of room to roam. Whenever the tiny bear was feeling frisky and ready for fun, he flipped pebbles around as if they were boulders, just to scare the wits out of the grasshoppers, the beetles, and the caterpillars. From a bug's eye view, Bruce was a great, big, hairy, scary, horrible brute of a beast.
Now, people.
I do believe that's the end of the story.
Now I can add this more.
Nope, let's pick a new one.
I want to ask my questions about that book.
Oh, gosh, the questions. One question.
No.
Only get one question per book. That's the law.
I don't know. Which question?
Oh my gosh, this is going to take so long. What do you think her question's going to be?
About him sitting there in the night, sad.
You got to go really quick. Okay, we have other stories to read.
Like he was sad. Why the bear hiding under the rock and looks like that?
He's hiding because he's scared, because he's so little and he doesn't know what all the things are that are going to try to hurt him or eat him. Good question. Moving on. I'm going to save that one. We've read that one before. I like this one, and we have lots of books to read, okay? Don't be grumpy. Are you going to be grumpy? If you get grumpy, you get tickled. No grumpies. No grumpies allowed. Now sit up and read the book. Oh, the thinks you can think. Are you ready? Here we go. You can think up some birds. That's what you can do. You can think about yellow or think about blue. You can think about red. You can think about pink. You can think of a horse. Oh, the thinks you can think. Would you come sit down, please? You're in front of the camera. Oh, the things you can think up if you only try. If you try, you can think up a guff going by. And you don't have to stop. You can think about schlop. Schlop, schlop, beautiful schlop with a cherry on top.
Cherry on top.
You know what I would like?
What?
I would like for you to sit still. Can you do that for
I
me,
would like
please?
cake with the cherry on.
Cake with a cherry on top. It sounds so good.
Yeah.
Is it chocolate?
And brownies and ice cream and all the sweets on top of the giant cake.
What, did you get yourself a little bellyache?
I would.
Exactly. You can think about gloves, you can think about snubs, you can think a long time about snubs and the gloves.
Go, doggo.
You can think about Kitty O'Sullivan Krause in her big balloon swimming pool over her house.
This looks like an
Think of black water, think up a white sky, think up a boat, think of blues blowing by.
It's all about eating.
You can think about night, a night in and up. The birds are asleep and the 3 moons are up.
This is not gonna look good.
You can think about day, a day in the dake. The water is blue and the birds are awake. Let's sit back, okay, and read the story together. Haley, can we read our story together, please?
Yes, I just want
Okay, sit back here. Think. Think and wonder. Wonder and think. How much water can 55 elephants drink?
Oh boy.
Probably like a glass. You can wonder, how long is the tail of a zong? It's probably long. There are so many thinks that a thinker can think. Would you dare yank a tooth of the rinker fink? And what would you do if you met a jaboo? Oh, the thinks you can think. Hey, where are you going? You've got to sit down for story time. No, you come over here and sit with me. Come on. Up, up, up. We'll watch it later, okay? Come on. People want to hear the stories, okay? Think of Peter the postman who crosses the ice once every day and on Sundays twice. Saturdays twice. Think. You can think any think that you wish. Think a race on a horse and a ball with a fish. Girls. I just got a message that everybody who wants to read the stories with us wants to see your pretty girl faces, and they're asking if you can sit up so we can see you in the camera. Can you sit up, please, right here with me? Come on, Haley Kay.
But I want to lay down.
Well, we're just reading the stories. Come on. All right. Think of light, think of bright, think of stairs in the night. Think. Think a ship, think up a long trip, go visit the vipper of Vip. And left, think of left, and think of beft. Why is it that beft always go to the left? Do you know?
Maybe Beth goes to the right.
Maybe. And why is it that so many things go to the right? You can think about that until Saturday night.
I just said right.
You did say right.
I said John.
Think left and think right, think low and think high. Oh, the things you can think if you only try. That's the end of the book.
What is this?
That is a thing. Look at this, friends. This is a, what do you call those? Like a sensor. So when I'm at the library, they take all my stack of books and they plop them down and they can tell all the different books that I'm checking out. It's really quite beautiful. Go, dog, go.
I love this book. Now I probably
This book was written by a dog.
A dog? How could a dog color so nicely?
Dog. Big dog, little dog.
I can read that.
Big dogs and little dogs. Black and white dogs.
Big dogs, little dogs.
Hello.
black
Hello.
dogs.
Do you like my hat? I do not. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Well, that's cool.
One little dog going in and 3 big dogs going out. Yes.
Well, why?
No.
Why did that puppet say, "I do not like your hat"?
I think because he didn't like his hat, probably.
That's rude.
Did one of you little girls toot? Did you toot? I bet you did, you little stinky.
It was me.
This is story time, not tooty time. There's no tooting. It was you. No tooting allowed during story time. A red dog on a blue tree, a blue dog on a red tree, a green dog on a yellow tree. Some big dogs and some little dogs going around in cars. A dog out of a car.
A dog working.
2 dogs going up, 1 little dog going down.
What's his
The
name?
green dog is up and the yellow dog is down. The blue dog is in and the red dog is tooting. The red dog is out. 1 dog up on a house, 3 dogs down in the water. Splish splash, baby, taking a bath. A green dog over a tree, a yellow... Shh. A green dog over a tree, a yellow dog under a tree. 2 dogs in a house on a boat in the water. A dog over the water, a dog under the water. Hello again. Hello. Do you like my hat? I do not like it. Goodbye again. Goodbye. The dogs are all going around and around and around. Go around again. The sun is up, the sun is yellow, the yellow sun is over the house. It's hot out here in the sun. It is not hot here under the house. Now it is nighttime. 3 dogs at a party on a boat at night. Dogs at work. Work, dogs, work. Dogs at play. Play, dogs, play. Hello again. Hello. Do you like my hat? I do not like that hat. Goodbye again. Goodbye.
Rude.
Well, might be a little rude, but maybe he just doesn't like the hat.
Yeah, that's rude.
Dogs and cars again, going away
like your
fast. I like my hat too.
Me too.
I'll wear it like this.
Oh yeah, actually I like it this way. I like pretty cool. Wait, what?
Do you really think I'm pretty?
Yeah. You're cool enough. I think
Okay, let's finish the book.
Ah.
Look at those dogs go. Go, dogs, go. Stop, dogs, stop. The light is red now.
Stop it.
Go, dogs, go. The light is green now. 2 dogs at play. A play up on top. Go down, dogs. Do not play up there. Go down. Now it is night, and night is not a time for play. Psh! It's night and we playin'. It's time for sleep. The dogs go to sleep. They will sleep all night.
Oh, that's
Now it is day. The sun is up. Now is the time for all the dogs to get up. Get up. It is day. Time to get going. Go, dogs, go. There they go. Look at those dogs go. Why are they going fast in those cars? What are they going to do?
they're gonna get arrested.
Where are those dogs going?
To a boat. I can't spoil it.
Look where they are going. They are going to that big tree over there. Now the cars stop. Now all the dogs get out. And now look where all those dogs are going. To the tree! To the tree!
The tree has the tallest ladder in
That
the
is a
world.
big ladder.
It's a big, big peak.
Up the tree, up the tree, up they go to the top of the tree. Why? Will they work there? Will they play there? What is up there on top of that tree?
I don't know. Move your
Do
hat.
you know?
I know. Maybe a party.
Maybe it's a chupacabra.
It's clever.
A dog party. A
I was right.
big dog party. You've read this book like 100 times. A big dog party. Big dogs, little dogs, red dogs, blue dogs, yellow dogs, green dogs, black dogs, and white dogs. All are at a dog party. What a dog party.
Actually, I forgot when I said it. Because I remember. Oh, I like it. She's going to say it.
Hello again. And now do you like my hat? I do. What a hat. I like it. I like that party hat. Goodbye.
That's nice.
Goodbye.
Good.
Can you girls do me a favor?
What?
You ready? I got a big job for you. I need you to put your hand in this book to help keep our place so we know where to read next time. Ready? Put it like right here. You do that? One more book. This book is called Pigs Aplenty, Pigs Galore. Are you ready?
Nope.
Sit up.
That man is going to eat the pigs.
I've got a yard real quick. Okay. Okay, sit up. Let's read. We got a new book. I got this one from the library. Late one night, as I sat reading, I thought I heard the sound of feeding. Through the kitchen door I crept, barely watching where I stepped. A crash, a bang, a shout, a yell. I slipped on something and then I fell. What is that he slipped on?
A banana peel. Hey, Dad.
A bandana nana.
A banana.
What?
Said you should really burp in this video.
No, that's gross. Sit down. We gotta read this book. I landed on a pile of pigs, some eating dates and some eating figs. In the cupboards on the floor, pigs aplenty, pigs galore. Black pigs, white pigs, brown and pink pigs, making oatmeal in the sink pigs. Pigs in tutus. Sit up, please. Care, sit up. Pigs in tutus, pigs in kilts, pigs on skateboards, pigs on stilts. Pigs from England, pigs from France, pigs in just their underpants. The king of pigs, the piggy queen, the biggest pigs I've ever seen. Pigs arrive by boat, by plane, a bus pulls up, and then a train. A band strikes up, a piggy sings, then at 10, the doorbell rings. Someone yells, "The pizza's here!" And all the pigs begin to cheer. Flying pizzas fill the air, one goes splat against my chair. The piggies eat their fill, and I get nothing, just the bill.
You eat the bill.
I've had enough! I scream and shout. Get out, you pigs! You pigs, get out! Do you think he's a little bit angry?
He's a meanie. Yeah.
How would you feel if there's 100 pigs in your house? Please let us stay, the piggies cry. Don't make us go, don't say goodbye. Would you excuse me for just 1 second? I've got to take care of something. Sit up, Karis. Please let us stay, the piggies cry. Don't make us go, don't say goodbye. You can stay, I tell them all, but sweep the floor and scrub the wall. Why are you so grumpy? Okay. Sit on my lap. Come on. Just sit down. Stop complaining. It's no fun. I give them brooms, a pail, a mop. Now sweep and scrub till I say stop. The piggies work, and when they're done, upstairs they'll stagger one by one. They brush their teeth and comb their tails, then wash their snouts and clean their nails.
He's holding some.
He is holding a lot of pigs. The pigs and I climb into bed. I plump the pillows and plop my head. I close my eyes and try to sleep. Before too long, I'm dreaming deep. Of pigs and pigs and pigs some more, of pigs aplenty. Pigs galore.
Pigs galore.
On 3, ready?
Pigs
1,
galore.
2, 3.
Pigs galore.
Pigs galore. And that concludes story time with Lord and Baby and Bigger Baby Poppertins. We hope you've enjoyed this time together. We will see you tomorrow night for our next edition. Say bye.
Bye.
Say holla.
Hi.
Say love you.
Love you, Daddy. I can see you.